Hello, guys.
Hello guys, how you doing? Why are you laughing, landlady Jane?
Okay, welcome to today's edition of Real Estate Talk with Landlady Jane.
Okay,
Yes, before we go to the program of the day, I want to remind us of the training coming up in Yaba next week, Saturday. That is 30th of November. That amazing program, Lagos Productivity.
workshop
Yes.
coming up on the 30th
Yeah,
of November,
yes.
Saturday
These are
by
hosts.
10 by 10 a.m. to take place at the National Library Yaba to be a gathering of like minds, students, workers, people who are interested in making ₦1 or more in Lagos, especially and Nigeria in particular. So you can sign up to the program christmas.com/productivity,
Yeah.
and then it also be in the description of this video. All right, later on the description will be updated, but however we have an interesting topic for you today.
Yes.
So what is it we're talking about?
Okay, we're going to be talking about how to perform due diligence as an investor.
Okay, investor in real estate.
Investor in real estate. Due diligence can be performed in any anywhere,
Industry, any
yes, but
organization, but
yes,
today's topic is focused on
on investing real estate. Due
okay on the
diligence.
side of the investors,
Yes.
because the companies, the developer have already done their own due diligence before buying.
Yes.
But the investor must take responsibility for ensuring that their investment is secured. And one way of securing that is to make sure they do their due diligence
Yeah, before they buy.
before they buy.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you define due diligence?
Okay, to a layman understanding, due diligence is a process of properly evaluating or investigating a property before you purchase it.
Okay,
Yeah. You have you got to have a very a proper review, proper knowledge of
of
the
the entire
property
of the entire
before you
buying
buy.
process,
Yeah.
the land, the
Yes, to
documents,
know
the
what
various
and what. But some
elements,
people buys, they don't even know. You got to pay for your documents and all that.
so that if
When
anything
you just
goes wrong, you will not scream scammer, scammer, scammer.
at least if there's going to be a kind of traffic on the way, you know ahead of time,
Okay,
so you'll be able to analyze it
okay,
when it comes.
okay. That's a
So,
nice topic.
Mr. Chris, what do you have to say?
Due diligence for me as a layman like myself, a
You
villager.
are not a layman.
I'm a layman in real estate. I know due diligence just you taking responsibility for ensuring that you do your homework.
Yeah.
You know that you do the proper research that needs to be done. If there are government agencies that you need to check up with, do that. If there are villagers within the community you're buying your land, you need to check up with, you do that. If there are things about the documents like uh, the different titles that come with the papers, like the survey, like the gazettes. If you're ever in doubt of any part of the transaction, just do another layer of research. So you don't rely exclusively on word of mouth from the realtor or from the developer, because you are the one that's making the money. Don't forget, if you invest, the rewards, the return on investment is not shared with the realtor.
Of course.
So just do your own homework.
Of course, we don't have a share in the
In
return
the
on
return on investment,
investment.
yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. But you can give us some tips.
Okay, so the things you can check on, all right?
Yes.
Okay,
Like,
there are three.
why should an investor
Do a
do
due
due
diligence,
diligence?
yes.
Yeah. Why?
The main reason is to secure your investment and have an extra eye look,
Security.
exactly. There are different elements to, if like you see a flyer and the price looks right, but something is sort of, especially for an investment. We've talked about a savvy investor before.
Yes,
Savvy
yes.
investors, they know that due
Yeah,
diligence is a must.
yeah, they
They
know the
cannot
process
they
also.
cannot put their 1 naira on the ground without their team having another look at various aspects of the deal. So you do it because you want to be sure of the possibility of return on investment. All right, you want to be sure that this investment is feasible. You have to be sure that when they say it's a developing area, you want to show that development is moving toward that direction.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. So that you can tell when you can start putting your own property. Take for instance, if when there's demolition, you understand that people are not becoming scared that, oh, real estate is becoming risky. No, no, no. If you do a due diligence, you
You
get
would
to
have
know that
known that
that some of the structures they are trying to remove was not in the master plan of
of
that
that
area.
particular
You understand what I'm
area.
saying? So there's nothing. Real estate is for life. We met land here.
We only
We are going
modify
to leave
things.
land here.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I always tell my investors. Nobody lives with land.
Mm.
It will always be there. Yes. You can if land is movable, I think the white people would have they would have left with so many
And move
properties.
them to London.
Yes,
Move them
now
to
move Lagos to London.
as well.
Okay, and for me, I also feel that an investor has to do due diligence to clarify and because it will help them to clarify and secure and have a security mindset on their property.
Okay.
Yes, so you don't buy property and you're not sleeping. Yes, you buy property, you sleep because of your mental health. It's very important
Okay.
to do all these things.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what are the things that people will do to to be certified that they have actually done their due diligence?
Okay.
You understand? What can an investor do to show that okay, this these are my due diligence and I am doing it or I have done it and I'm still continuing because there are steps to due diligence.
One of the most important things you must do is you must have a checklist. I'm going to check for this. I'm going to investigate this. I'm going to investigate this. You also not put a time to when you do those checks, and also assign who is going to do those checks on your behalf.
Of
The checks
course.
that your lawyer must do must be among your to-do list, your due diligence. The checks that your accountants must do, the checks that your realtor must do. You understand what I'm saying? Then the one that you yourself you must also do. You get it? If you are
Yeah.
buying a property that's 100 million naira and you on your own, you and your two legs don't go and see whether it's a digital land you are buying or a physical land you are buying. You
but,
must have a
but
checklist.
you can send somebody to do that.
And but then you must have a checklist.
Yeah, you
If you're
can
going,
send
you
someone can
understand?
actually do that for you. Yes. I encourage that. When we are saying this
There
is
are there are there are people that use that I have had a client who used his lawyer to do all the due diligence that was necessary beyond the legal check part of it. The lawyer did an exclusive due diligence. The lawyer was charged with the responsibility of doing the due diligence.
okay. Well, he got it right?
How's it going right? Even though the lawyer was later at a point trying to like get an extra deal from me. So if I don't play ball, it was crazy.
That's for his own.
He was
He
trying to
wants he
he was,
wants to feed his
he was trying
pocket.
to paint me as just a market as if I don't know my left from my right.
But at least the lawyer did what he was asked to do.
Yeah, working with the
Yes.
lawyer also is something about in the process of doing due diligence, a lot of things you get to know. There are some um, documents that developers will not show you, but they will show the lawyer of the investors. You
Mm,
understand?
yeah.
You know, but there are people who have bought properties without seeing without what they call it site. They've not cited the original documents of that land. You understand? Photocopy they have not seen, original document they've not seen. All they've seen is FAQ and bank transfer,
But most times investors doesn't ask.
because they're not serving investors.
They don't ask. But
I always ask. I always
if you
ask.
ask, you can get it.
And even the marketer themselves should also learn to ask their ogas, people that send them to the field for photocopy. That the only you have to do is all right, draw lines across and write search purposes. Because you're going to allow sir to go and verify if the seller is the owner, because you check the history of the land, the land, you find out that okay, this property has moved down from 3 persons before.
Yes, they're going to show you the real owners,
Yes,
how
the previous
it
owners
left
and
from
for how
this
long
person to this
how long
person.
they had it and how much they
Yes.
bought it. It's called the title route. By the time you do the title route trace and everything, you get to know how many people have owned it. If the property was an inherited property, if the property is a property that got that the banks are selling because the owners of the properties could not meet up.
Somebody owned them. Somebody loaned
They, they,
from
they
them.
they use the property as a
Collateral.
collateral, and they could not meet up. So the bank has taken ownership, foreclosure, start taking ownership of the land. Now the banks want to sell through realtors or whatever. You also have to find out those ones. How much loan did they collect with? How much is the bank selling it for? Will this guy ever come at any point in time to say that, no, the bank has no right? Another rounds of litigation starts. It helps to reduce
At
um,
least you are
problems
aware of those things
problems that will occur in the future.
in the
So due
future.
diligence helps you to reduce the problem that may be if there are problems
May
in the
occur
property
in the future.
in the future.
And to
Yes,
reduce the risk of financial
losing of
loss.
money.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least you know what is ahead and you know how to tackle it and all that. So that's what we classify under pre-purchase due diligence. All this, you know them before you buy.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
you have to know them. It's not after you've bought and you start knowing them. And what if it doesn't align with you? What will you do? You already bought and you bought.
Well, I'm going to meet with doctor to, for, for, for justice.
Okay, yes, due diligence will also let you know if the property was used for loan.
Mm.
So you don't go and buy property that is under loan, and you are paying for property, you're paying for the loan and all that. Yeah, the property who is the owner is not paying tax. You need to know, so you don't fall into that trap.
Which among these title documents is the most important document that investors should be very, very mindful of?
Which among the title documents
Yes.
should the investor be very, very?
Like look out for, when he's doing his due diligence, what documents should be there and what should he look out for?
You should first of all look at the first of all you look at the survey of the property.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And also be sure that the person who signed, the attorney general,
Mm-hmm.
if the said that property was bought, let's say, 1960, they go also find out if the signature in the one they are selling to him matches with the signature of the attorney general as at that time.
At that time.
Wow.
Wow.
Also they go cook document.
Easy.
So that's why we have to, because for all because lies about documentation. All the documents that are signed,
yes,
make sure the signatures are the signatures of the person that was authorized to sign as at that time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because there are some documents that they sign with blue or green. You understand? Now you can't give or see blue signature. If you're an experienced person, at that time,
yeah,
that particular person that was signing, was using green.
Okay, so why am I having blue?
Why am I having blue? So it's a red flag. It's a red flag.
Okay.
It's a red flag that something is faulty. If from the stage of the survey there's error in documentation, forget about the C of O then.
No, the survey is the next.
That's why. And nothing again. No. Because if there's a red flag if one of the documents is faulty, it means something else could be wrong with the other things.
It was up.
That's one.
Yeah.
And the other thing again as well too, you look at for is the stamps. So you look at signature in documents. You look when we say you are doing due diligence, you're like looking at the paper. And again too, there was even a time there are some kind of papers that were used that use the particular set, even the grammage. That's when you go to court and you are hearing the defense lawyers coming up and telling that the paper they go and bring maybe 10 different people that corrected their own documents at that time, How come your own is
It's
brown
different.
paper
Okay.
when this paper
It's
is
supposed to
is
be
grey? Or you understand? So you'll be looking at them and you will not know. You will not. You're not looking at a document. Okay, it is stamped. You went to Alausa. You went to a land registry, and they certify the bag that is true for the site. You understand? What about if because this area whereby they stage people at different places. You understand? Somebody just acknowledge, oh, this thing is the real one. Gone, gone, gone. We have problem like that in Abuja, where people go to the municipal areas to discover that, oh, the record in Alausa and even just the stamp duty, people falsify stamp duties. So when you are doing a due diligence, pay attention to the documents that you are investigating. Also trying to find out that because they have different attorney generals,
at a different
a
time.
different, yeah, different survey general, they have at different times. So the signature is not consistent. You understand what I'm saying? You know, so look out for the signature, look out for the stamps, look out for the seal, the color of the paper. You understand what I'm saying? Look out for all those things. So once you know all those things, you know, you're on your way to having
It's secured
a secured investment.
investments. Yeah. No, that's okay. So
And then, for example, you're also buying from companies as well too. You know.
you're buying from
Find out the
developers.
developers. Find out if the people who are signing the various documents are authorized by the company to sign.
Okay, yes,
Yeah, you
yes.
understand?
I
Because
understand what you're saying.
one should not just about to be careless. You understand? If the secretary of the company or the managing director or the chairman is
He's
supposed to
supposed to
sign,
sign, and you are seeing a secretary,
exactly,
you are seeing
sign
even
somebody signing for
signing on behalf
on
of.
behalf of,
Uh,
is that the case? You understand? You can't say wait for the chairman to come back from wherever he has gone to in the world. You understand?
for
So
them to
for them
sign.
to sign.
Because we believe that the developers must have gone through the stages of this due diligence
Yes.
before bringing the property to investors to come
Okay.
in.
Okay.
Yes, they've gone through all this before they bring it in for investors to start investing. So
Okay.
even as an investor, you also have your own.
Okay.
Yes,
Hello, Judith. How are you? Judith is online.
yes, you also have your own, what you got to look out for, so you'll be satisfied
Okay.
in the investment you're doing, no matter how small. There is no small investment.
No matter the
Yes,
amount of money you're putting in,
yes,
take responsibility for doing the due diligence.
yes. Because
Because
I had a client, sorry for
yeah,
cutting you
no
off. I had a
problem.
client that, he always want to follow me to the office.
Okay.
You understand? So the last time I was supposed to pick a document for him, he was like, don't worry, I will pick it myself.
Okay.
That was him. You understand? He
Okay.
wants to follow up, want to know, okay, this and this. What am I supposed to know? He always asks, what am I supposed to know? What am I supposed to do? And all that. But I like that anyway.
So I think you do due diligence on your recording
I have
devices.
to do a due diligence on my phone.
It is well. So guys, you're welcome back.
Okay.
Actually, so just start a little bit from where you stopped. You talked about pre-purchase due diligence.
Yes,
All
so we'll
right.
talk about the titles, property records,
Okay.
yeah, financial aspects and all that.
Okay.
Yes, so we also have something that is called property inspection.
All right.
Yes, you must
Okay.
have done that. One has to go for a property inspection. I think we've treated that already. We've talked about something like that. Somebody you buying a property, even if you are not available at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
you can at least send someone to go. Maybe peradventure you already have a trusted developer who you are buying from. You have done your first transaction, second transaction, and you are comfortable
Mm-hmm.
with this developer. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe in such cases one can actually skip the inspection part of it.
No, I would never advise to skip
I'm
inspection.
not advising also,
I would
but
never
some
advise you to
people
skip
may
it.
want to do
I would
that.
never advise you because if
Yeah.
there's any issue later in the future and they ask, you don't do business not based on trust.
Okay.
Business is based on proper due diligence. Inspection is part of the checklist. You don't skip it. Skip it to your own detriment.
So,
That's my advice for you.
okay. I also agree with you.
Mm.
I also agree with you. Yeah, inspection is very necessary. No matter the distance, yeah, that's why we are here. That's why we are real estate consultant. Yeah, you can send me.
She's an expert. Me, I'm an investor.
Yeah, just send me. I'll go do the
At a
inspection
cost.
for you. Of course, it's a service.
Wonderful.
It's a service I render.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so you can send me. Even if you're not buying from my
Exactly.
company, you can send me to inspect a particular place for
On your
you
behalf.
on your
And you pay
behalf.
professional fee for it.
Yes, yes,
And I can guarantee she'll do it well.
yeah, it's part of the job. So now, after the inspection of a thing, you also need to know the zoning and land use of the place you're buying, the place you have just inspected. You have to know the
What
zoning
the
of it.
land has been zoned for. Has it been zoned
Yes.
for commercial, residential, agriculture, industrial purposes? Is there barrack coming? Is there a road that's going to pass through
You
that
are skipping
place?
special purposes.
I'm not skipping special purposes because I don't have special needs for special stuff.
I read that, but there is something called special purposes,
Land for
like the
barrack,
graveyard.
land for barrack,
Yeah.
land for prisons. So we don't need prisons in Nigeria. The economy is already increasing everybody.
You don't mean it.
Yes, people are already increasing their own land. People that stay in developed areas with high fences.
Mm-hmm.
Well, special use consideration is extremely important as well too.
Yeah.
Because once you know how the area has been zoned,
Yeah, you'll be able to
it will
know
guide you in your
what to
investment
do.
options.
Yeah, the kind of investment you will
How
even
to
do in
bring to that
that
area.
area. Yes, it will help.
And then the regulation as well too. Don't um, don't think that it will always be business as usual in Nigeria. Nigeria is becoming sophisticated and government is becoming serious with their regulations. So know about government regulations, the kind of heights of house you can build in that area, the setback you should have between your land and your house, the distance between your fence and the middle of the road and all these things. So just don't invest in real estate like a layman. Invest in real estate like a 21st century man.
An investor has to have a knowledge of how investment
And
works.
that's why she constantly comes here to educate you guys on the need
What to
for
do.
you to invest wisely in real estate.
So after all this,
Yes.
then we now have the post-purchase due diligence.
Okay.
As you must have purchased,
Mm-hmm.
and you still have other things to do like documentation. Yeah, you have to verify that this transaction was documented.
So
And
the process of the due diligence you do on document is on ascertaining the buyer's document. All right. Then
okay,
the post documentation is your own document. You
your
also have to do
own,
a due
yeah,
diligence on your own document to
to
make
make
sure that
sure
the
you
kind of documents they are giving to you also,
align with what you have seen
yes,
or what you know. And to get, because some investors, they don't even know the documents they are supposed to get in a particular
and
piece
the
of
clauses that should
land.
go. For instance, your the most important real document here for a buyer is the deed of assignment. What are the clauses that should be? Was the location of the property that has been transferred to you specified in the deed of assignment? Was the coordinate of the land that has been surveyed specified in your deed of assignment? Were the coordinates, the land description, the survey number, was it specified in your deed of assignment? You understand? You're
Mm-hmm.
actually talking about the post due diligence when they are bringing your deed of assignment for you to sign.
Okay.
Before you sign, make sure you do due diligence on the deed of assignment.
And
Look at
find
it
out if
very
there are
well.
some things to be corrected
You
as
understand what I'm
well.
saying? So
Yeah.
if those elements are not there, then you can bring it to the attention of the person who has prepared the deed of assignment, either your lawyer or the company's lawyer, the developer's lawyer, so that they can make sure those elements are there. You know, and guys, please don't forget when you buy land, all the documents that are associated with that land, you collect them all,
Original
original
copies.
copies. Make sure you collect them. It's extremely important. Don't take anything for granted. If you are buying land from families, find out How many people in that family is supposed to give consent to that purchase?
Yeah.
So if
Very
they're supposed to
important.
be five, four cannot sign,
Yeah, the
all
five of
five
them has
must
to.
sign.
Yeah.
And you don't do it by proxy. Everybody has to be on ground. You get what I'm saying? And also do recording, video recording during the signing process and
Yeah,
everything
that video recording really
is
helps a
important.
lot. It
So that
helps it helps us a lot when when we are acquiring some properties somewhere in Lagos. Then it was the videos and pictures that it
so,
made
no,
it
so
easy.
nobody can wake up tomorrow and say,
I did not collect
you
money from
understand exactly.
you.
Okay, you
I
know the
don't
one in the
even know
video.
you.
You can't be look
I
like
didn't
it.
sign this.
If they don't allow video, get a pen that has video. Get a device. I'm telling you,
That's why people always
get
want
it.
to buy from developer,
You
because
cannot. You
going
cannot.
through this process is
Ah,
hard. If not,
there are some
they
developer
are
that can
gonna.
also scam you too, woman of God.
But that's true anyway. I'm not gonna be arguing with the
No, you can
boss.
argue it.
No.
Now, not the boss. Oh. There are some developer that can also scam you. So, if they can scam federal government, is it you and your 100,000 they cannot scam? So, guys, don't joke with due diligence. Is not a concept. It is a must do.
So it
You
must do.
must do due diligence on the property you are buying. So the things that she has mentioned, those pre-purchase due diligence, don't toy with it. Okay, even if they said that very land it was transferred by Mongo Park, go and find out. You understand? Then the post purchase due diligence. Don't joke with it. Property inspection. Don't joke with it. The thing that requires your personal attention, give it your personal attention. The thing that you can delegate, delegate. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the zoning of a thing. Zoning is also very, very important. You understand? If an area that has been zoned for agriculture, don't just say because you know somebody in Ministry of Works that you can bypass the system. It has been zoned, it has been zoned. Exclusivity cannot be given to you. A land that is meant for agriculture, you can't use it for industrial purposes. A land for industrial purposes cannot be used for like special use, special needs or whatever. So just try to comply with the demands of which that area has been zoned for.
O- Okay, Mr. Gates. What if we have a particular land, maybe for it was
Area, yeah.
designated for, let's say, agriculture,
Yes.
and at a time we some group of persons may walk up to the government and kind of try to lift up the ban on that
It's
area.
not a ban. It's just zoning. It's not placing a ban. It's only just describing what particular area can be used for. I agree that there are times whereby somebody want to convert.
Yeah.
You go back to them, they will rezone. Understand? So there are conditions. They will look at what you are saying you want to do there with the master plan. If it can complement or if it can speed up development or it can attract development, the government can consider. And again, too, that they can also say, okay, fine, this thing is giving this changing of this use for this zone is maybe for a particular period of time. Yes, so it's not for all time. They can say, okay, fine, you can use that stuff for the next 50 years because we really don't plan to use it for the next 100 years.
So
So
after 50 years, they come
after
and start demolition.
it's not demolition, it's signed on paper, so it's not demolition. So it's you that, for example, is thinking that, oh, government, they may never use at all, you want to extend it beyond 50 years, you cannot go back for it. Once the getting to like 30 years, 40 years, you cannot go back to meet government and say, like, okay, you have to adjust this thing again. No, you understand? Not for you to just because make assumptions in this country. When government give you a waiver, you now see that your privilege, you and your other brethren in the whatever thing now want to take government for a ride. You are calling it demolition. It's not demolition. You breach the agreement. Time has reached for take over land.
So they are coming
Demolition.
to take over their property.
Okay, now land is given to everybody in Nigeria for 100 years.
Okay.
You understand? So when that time you sign is there on your C of O. You understand? By the time you ask us, okay, what our land, but now start calling demolition. Your tenure of your use have expired. So don't demolition.
Am I supposed to pack out of the place?
I should know that's a, you do the needful. You don't do the needful. But that goes also you call it demolition because you built a palace in that area,
Now.
and you want something to have eternal life.
I'll now wake up one morning and say bulldozer. What is it?
Government always serve you notices. They will serve you the first notice. They will send you reminders. You turn a blind eye. You see paper on your wall, you tear it because it's a poster.
Remove this thing from my wall.
You do read the notice. Government send you reminder.
And when they write anything, I clean it up with
20 years time. we are going to collect our land back. You say because you are a big man now. No wahala. So it's not demolition. It's a reminder.
Okay. Guys, so honestly, I'm not happy when I meet people who said they've lost their investment some time ago and all that.
If you have done your due diligence,
yes,
you can make a loss.
If you've done all this, you'll be able to know what is going to be in the future. Yes, so you won't be taken unaware, and you know what you're supposed to do. Yes, in a particular time, this is what I'm supposed to do if I have to retain this place or not. So it's very painful.
Hello, Gabriel. Hello, Promise.
Yeah, hello guys.
Thanks for coming online.
So when those kind of people, they don't feel good when you bring investment portfolio to them, because they feel that they've lost
investment
already.
Opportunity to them.
Okay.
When you bring an investment opportunity to them because of their experiences,
they wouldn't want to.
They want to stay away from real estate. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Educate your children on the need for them to start investment in real estate early. Look for real estate games, board games. Get Scrabble. Get Monopoly. Understand? Educate your children about the need for real estate. Go on YouTube, do searches. You understand what I'm saying? Join communities. Go for, meet people who have been investing in real estate. Ask them for their experiences. Ask them, there are people who want to buy land. They are only just thinking about the cost of the raw land. And they close their eye to the fact that you need documents to back up. And those documents have different prices, different costs and everything. The cost of a C of O in Lagos is not the same thing in Ogun State.
No. But they are the same quality.
In the eye of the law.
Yes.
There are documents that protect, that says that, look here, you have 100 years, 99 years to occupy this land. In Abuja, it's not 99 years. So get to know all those things. They're part of your due diligence.
So who are the people to conduct this due diligence?
Policemen?
No.
Army?
No.
Omonile?
No.
You?
Yes.
Free of charge?
No. Okay. See, lawyers can do due diligence if you can afford a lawyer.
Accountants?
No. Accountants
do due diligence.
They do. Okay. They know the process.
They know.
But when we are talking about lawyer, it's not just every lawyer. They are property lawyers.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. Accountants do conduct due diligence. Lawyers do conduct due diligence. Realtors who have experience of it, because perhaps they may have worked with developers or worked with lawyers. They know the kind of things to look out for to enable you see red flags. Understand? That's it.
Okay.
Who else? What else do you want to talk about?
You can do online reviews,
lawyers, online reviews. You can go on. Which is the more reliable there?
Doing with a consultant.
Between a consultant
and a lawyer.
And a lawyer, which is what?
A lawyer, anyway.
Do you know that banks can also conduct due diligence for
banks?
At a fee, yes.
But they will use a lawyer for that.
I don't know how they do their own, but I sure
that those people sitting on the counter, they are not the ones to do the due diligence.
It's not a teller's work.
They have to look for a lawyer because every bank has a lawyer. So they will use their lawyer for the due diligence.
What about the lawyer that don't conduct that kind of services?
They will look for a property lawyer.
Okay.
Yes, that will do all those things. So you get.
Now share with me your experience in carrying out due diligence and how you have been able to help some of your clients who have invested to save money or save
Time.
embarrassment or save time?
Okay.
Give me a practical example of
Okay,
the
practical
recent one.
example of it is that I do, first of all, I get the estate for them.
Okay.
The one I know they will not have challenges.
Okay.
Though most times you wouldn't know what is ahead
The
of
future.
you. Yes, you wouldn't know what's ahead of you. So but I do the pre-purchase diligence, checking of the title. We also go for property inspection.
Mm.
Yes, I've had a time I went for property inspection from Lagos to Umahia and all that. That was for a client, from Lagos to Asaba. That was for a client, and it can be anywhere as long as I have the right to sell that property to you. Yes, I will do a property inspection for you. I will also let you know the zoning of that property, what you can do there and all that. Yes, and after the transaction, I'm also there to do the post purchase due diligence, getting your documents intact, signed and sealed. Yes, I can deliver it to you wherever you are, unless you want me to have hold it on for a short time or so. But if you want me to deliver it to anywhere, those are my services.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And this is just my own summary of today's discussion on um, real estate or with landlady Jane. I said that due diligence is just you doing your own homework, all right, and that you have to do research. Okay, and I did say that doing kind of due diligence on document is very important. Doing due diligence on whether a property, the documents has been used for loan purposes before is also very important. And then you also try to find out. That's it. So if you do your homework, I guarantee you your return on investment is guaranteed.
Okay, guys, thank you for joining us today. As it looks like we're having a little technical problem, so I'm going to be rounding up. I will leave you here for now for in 2 weeks' time, because next week, Saturday, we are having a program. You can join us online, yes, by 10 o'clock in the morning. You can join us online for that Lagos productivity training.
Yeah,
Yes,
the Lagos Productivity Workshop that
yeah,
comes up on last Saturday
that's
of
coming Saturday.
yes, last Saturday of this month, November 30th, by 10 a.m. at the National Library of Nigeria in Yaba, Lagomeji. All right, so then the link is christmas.com/productivity. It will be put on the description of this video. And then again, I will encourage you to also share this video today, right now. Share the video as you are right now. Share the video link
Please
so that
share,
others
like,
can equally
share,
watch.
like, share.
And then
Thank you.
that's
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Mr. Gabriel. Thank you, Promise. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you for joining me in this program. God bless you for me. Hoping that you're going to invest very soon. Of course, I'm here for you to serve you. Anything real estate, just come up with it. Yes, thank you so much. Till I come your way again next week. Bye for now.